Guess not.
Because I didn't know the answer.
We record.
No,
episode.
Skinwalker Ranch. No.
He started.
Y'all ready?
Oh, my bad, yeah. My bad.
Episode 8. Full House.
Mm-hmm.
Tavon. We got Jason. Julian. Brian. Corey. You good, Brian? You can hear me in the headset? I'm a little low on my end. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to jump right into this.
Definitely. Don't pay that no mind.
All right. So, news for the week. Dragonball Super. Looked like it was the top grossing anime movie in the U.S. ever, they said. Looked like it's going to break the number for that. I don't know what the exact number was.
It's like 20 million, 21 million.
Looks like it's going to be number one all time. Everybody here saw it, right?
No.
20.1. It made this weekend.
You ain't see it, Corey?
I don't watch stuff like that.
Oh, damn. What you watch? What you watch this week? What you watch recently? Outside of Prey.
Nothing.
Damn. You know the show. You know what we was calling ourselves, right?
Yeah, what?
All right, we got to get a new name. So I
can't even say the name.
But
we ain't watching the Watcher.
We ain't watching
nothing. We ain't watching.
But I watched UFC and boxing this week and wrestling.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about. Oh yeah, we got.
But y'all can have a little anime part.
Oh, we was anyway.
You ain't watched Dragon Ball Z growing up?
No.
You ain't watched Dragon Ball Z growing up?
You can chime in.
Come on, my guy.
Never.
Oh my god. That's why you so like. That's why you so anti.
He's socially awkward.
Yeah, you gotta. You ain't grow up with that hope that Dragon Ball Z gave you.
See, first of all, most of the kids I used to see watch stuff like that, like Naruto. They was running around running like that.
Yeah, they had that hope
flips off building. I'm not.
But that was the generation after us because.
Yeah.
We wasn't doing that.
No, we got some damn sense.
Fishnet gloves and all that.
You might have seen us power up. Yeah. Like somebody might have powered up and during a fight one time. They got hit in the face and go, and they might have did that. But we wasn't Naruto running.
I'm glad I didn't never see that. That would have been a little scared. I've been a little scared. Like, oh, who's this?
Nah, I've seen it a couple times.
Different.
But they still got their ass. Anyway, Dragon Ball Superhero. For the people that watched it, what would you liked it, not liked it? Give me some feedback on it.
I thought it was great. I loved it. It's what I came to expect from a Dragon Ball Z movie, or not Z, Super. But yeah, I thought it was great. The characters were cool, and we got like got a little. I say a little mix of different characters that we usually don't have, or we don't see it much of. And I had no problems with it. The music was great. The only complaint I might have, not so much a complaint, but something I noticed during the action sequences, sometimes the music, which was great, the music score of Dragon Ball is always great and adds to the story. It drowned out some of the action effects. Like when they were fighting, that's like my only thing that I was like, oh, they should have ticked up the volume on the fights.
Gotcha.
To compete with the music, but
I did notice that. Even though when they were talking too, it drowned out some of the dialogue. Yeah,
but yeah, I loved it.
I liked it. I liked Super Broly better. I thought the fighting in Super Broly was a lot better than this one, but it was good though. Got to see Gohan become who he was, or reestablish the badass that he was. So Piccolo was actually the was the unsung MVP of this movie, which was kind of surprising me.
He was the star.
Yeah, I feel like this was definitely Piccolo's movie.
Yeah,
I mean, his character actually carried it pretty good for what it was. I just wish the fights in it was a little longer. That was just my only gripe. I wish it was a little longer with the fightings, but other than that, the movie's really good though.
Brian?
Yeah, I agree. Well, we all want to go see it together, and I thought it was good.
Right.
I'm like Jay. I didn't think it was better than
Brawley.
Brawley, but it was definitely a strong number 2. Like Jay also said, we got to finally see Gohan fight like how he did when he was a kid. Like this is the first time he threw hands, and that was kind of like, oh, okay, he's not gonna lose, so Goku can come and save everybody again. So, it was definitely good to see him, show what he can really do. Now, even with that being as good as it was, I still need me a solo Vegeta movie.
Definitely.
Yes.
Off the strength of that.
Did y'all see the after credits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
think they're kind of teasing it.
That's his first win ever, right? Yeah. So I'm glad they gave that little
But yeah,
nugget in there.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
needed him.
where they're heading to, I
'Cause
think I'm a little bit more excited for, because I fell off when Dragon Ball Super, because I felt like the story was rinse, wash, and repeat, rinse, wash.
Yeah.
Goku get trashed, come back stronger, get trashed, come back stronger.
I checked out after Boo Saga.
I gave Super a chance, and the fights they look good. They look good in Super.
I still got finished. I still got to watch Super actually.
The story and not necessarily the story, just the formula. It's very Goku and Vegeta heavy. Like they so far and above everybody else, it's ridiculous. But I think this movie is trying to,
Get away
close
from all
that
that.
gap a little bit and start focusing. They have other characters, and I think by this selling as good as it is, that they may go forward with making sure the other characters get developed along the way.
I mean, Yamcha gonna get a movie.
Where's Yamcha at?
I'm cool.
He can stay dead, man.
Is he dead? I don't know.
I
Well,
gotta.
they might not wish him back. They're like, yeah, wishing
I don't
everybody
think
back,
he is,
but
but I
Yamcha.
don't really care for him too much, man.
No, that was making a joke, but Vegeta definitely need his solo movie.
He does.
Yeah.
I know there's parts in the manga and stuff. It's supposed to be there's points where Vegeta's stronger than Goku, but we need to see that on the big screen.
They also did like a tone shift with Vegeta in it, on how they were saying like he was repressing his rage and he was starting to become more of a focused fighter now.
Oh, even when he was
Yeah.
talking about the fighting
And that's what I'm
Jiren
saying. There.
And Goku was the clown. I was like, oh, okay.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
See, because Vegeta is an intellectual fighter. He fights with his brain. Goku is just all muscle and brawn.
Yeah, hold on. Mike watched this movie with y'all?
Yes, he
Yo,
did.
Mike,
Mike
I'm
watched it.
disappointed in you, okay?
And then the next day, Mike said he almost watched a couple episodes. So he
And he was ready to go rewatch
we gave him that first little taste, after that.
The fight scenes is
I'm
what's
sold
drawing
out.
me.
Yo, the fight scenes though with Cell Max were crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that stuff. Even the
Did you
Gamma
s-
1 and 2.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
Yeah. Did you watch Broly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Broly's fights was
Yeah.
insane. But as far as everything, because my favorite character out of everybody is Gohan, and I've been waiting since Cell Saga, basically,
For him to get back in there.
for him to redeem himself. I don't know if I was telling you how pissed I was. So in Super, in the beginning of Super, so Gohan get trashed by the Ginyu Force.
Ooh, that's
Ginyu Force.
like
He was fighting them as a
Ginyu
little
Force?
kid. Yeah.
Oh,
And he getting trashed by Ginyu Force people.
dang.
So
He came back. with
they
vengeance.
finally
This-
giving him his shine again, and I like that they he's saying, you know what, maybe I do need to focus on training again, and so hopefully they incorporate his arc, Piccolo's arc, and some other guys. I'm assuming Gamma 1 is gonna be a part of this group now. So, but
And I like how they kept the two people from Brawley's Planet, like the ones from
yeah,
the Brawley
yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
My boy
yeah.
Beers.
He's somebody I'm
Yo.
waiting to get. I want to see him catch some wreck, man.
Who, Bear?
Bears, he too disrespectful,
He ain't
man.
never gonna catch it.
He need to.
He the destroyer of worlds.
He need to. I'm
Way how
tired of him,
Gohan
man.
was,
He talking
yeah.
too slick, man.
He looked at the jaw and said, "That's my type."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Other stuff this
He
weekend.
be talking too slick. I don't like it.
We got She-Hulk series debut. I don't know if everybody got a chance to watch it or not, but I watched it. It's they're short episodes, like less than like a half hour. It's going to be 10 episodes. from somebody online who was able to see the first 4 episodes. They say by episode 4 is pretty much making his name for itself. The first episode doesn't give too much as far as her story, like the plot of the series. It's more just character introduction, but it's more of a comedic, like a, how can I say that, more sitcom-ish.
Yeah.
But it works, and with some of her stuff from her comic book, breaking the fourth wall, and some of her things she partakes in her comics, I think that fits the series.
I heard the best way they said to describe the show was something like Ally McBeal. Well, like
I
superheroes.
can see that.
That was what I was reading on.
It's
it.
definitely.
I've never watched Ally McBeal.
That was low key my show back in the day.
And I would almost say that it's kind of geared more towards adults than the other shows have been.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we didn't get too much. It was only 30 minutes, but some of the trailer stuff and some of the things that they revealed so far, definitely looks like it's going to be more of an adult tailored show. And so far so good. They did have something about Captain America in there that if you haven't watched it, you'll see.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
So
I heard about it.
It's definitely an interesting conversation.
stay tuned, and every episode will have end credit scenes. So
This ninja.
it's just called.
Ninja Assassin.
Yeah.
So everybody who's not aware, this week we got Ninja Assassin playing in the background. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
That's it.
I only saw
That
it
was like
once.
2008 or early 2000 something.
Yeah, I've only seen it one time too.
Yeah, I only need to see that one time.
Yeah, I ain't like it.
I like it.
I ain't
don't
hate
remember
it.
I like it for
I
what
ain't
it
hate
is.
it.
I'm a Sho Kosugi fan.
Didn't he go away into like being in the military? That's why we
I
didn't
don't
see
know
him
what
for a
happened
while.
to him. I thought he was supposed to be the next big face, and then he just fell off.
He did Speed
military.
Racer.
Yeah, he did do the military, I think.
Wow.
Oh, did somebody say Speed Racer? Brian, I have it in the car right now. It's a very good movie. Yo, Speed,
I'm gonna do the cap on you.
Speed Racer is a great movie, by the way, guys.
I don't know about that one.
I like the cartoon.
I ain't gonna co-sign that.
I ain't like
Have
the
you seen
show.
it?
I seen it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I don't know if I can co-sign that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell the people to comment below if they like Speed Racer.
Yeah, comment below if you
Yeah.
like Speed Racer.
Film and the cartoon.
Other anime news: One Punch Man season 3 got announced.
Yes.
It's been almost like 3 years since the end of season 2. So I don't know how big of a following One Punch Man got, but I think it's definitely an interesting series. It's not too serious of a series. It's a comedic take and stuff like that. But when he gets busy, he gets busy. And who you seen it, Brian?
I've
No?
never watched it. No.
Okay,
I watched it.
give it a shot. Give it a shot. And again, these only 30-minute episodes. It's not a long series. It's not like 20 episode seasons. It's like 10.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's just the way how to use his abilities. It's
Yeah.
it's funny.
But
as
you
hell.
see his face everywhere. He's memed everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I know who he is. I just haven't watched like a full episode and know what's going on with him.
Give it a shot. I think you'll like it. Okay, and again, we can't go a week. We can't go a week without announcing the latest Ezra Miller fiasco. Actually, it isn't a fiasco. He came back and he apologized, saying he's seeking help. He's seeking help and apologized for his actions. I don't know. It's still saying it's pending up in the air about the movie, but obviously this is in the correct step. I personally think Discovery paid somebody, like a mechanic, and said, "We're gonna drop you off the ledge if you don't get your." And now he got his
that
act
kind of
together.
mechanic.
Yeah. Not the mechanic. I'm talking Charles Bronson,
Jason Statham
mechanic.
Suge Knight.
Right.
They had him like Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, somebody talked to him. And also when he got arrested, and they were probably like, "Yo, you finna go away for a long time," and You need to get your stuff together.
It's the same dude that's messing with kids, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'll just say this on a serious note: if he's dealing with mental issues and he's getting that addressed,
So we're
Get
okaying
help.
him about the little kids.
get help. I'm just saying, get help. That's just the human being in me. But I also feel as though that this is a studio mandated apology because it's too much money riding on this movie.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
they already going to
remember,
have they
like a
already going to
week-
have bad press. with this
Remember a
company.
week ago we said they had 3 options, and the first option was get him to publicly go on air and apologize and explain himself.
Yeah.
So it looks like to me is option number 1's happening. They trying to get that movie out, especially if all the other rumors of Ben Affleck reprising Batman and shooting shots for that movie now.
So $200 million investment. So,
Yeah.
they ain't
Plus
gonna
the
just
90 million. So
So,
I mean, tax write-offs is good, but
they ain't
that's still a
writing
lot.
that
Of,
off.
yeah, it's still a lot of money.
That's
just
heavy.
to be
But I would be upset if I was in that movie, involved in it in any kind of way. And I'm
As long as they paid me, I'm alright. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You feel
the,
bad.
yeah, the person of you is gonna be like, okay, I got my check, I'm
'Cause the
fine.
chick-
But then the artist in you's got to be like, man, how am I gonna get hired for anything else if people think I'm so bad that they didn't
Well,
want to
look,
show this movie?
look. If I'm the actress chick, maybe I'm a little mad.
Mm-hmm.
However, because I don't really know her, and maybe this would have put her face out there. However, if I was one of the writers, directors, photographers, and the movie was getting bad reviews, I'm almost glad that it didn't come out.
Well, I mean, just think about like X versus Sever, like the directors that did that. What was his name? Chaos or something like that. He never came back. I don't think.
Who fault is that? Do
X
you remember
versus
X versus Ever?
I remember
You
parts
saying
of it.
X versus Ever
Mhm.
just reminded me a movie that came out called X versus. I forgot about that movie almost. I don't know how. I just remember.
That
I don't even,
was-
was it Zhang. Who was the chick?
Lucy
Lucy
Liu
Liu.
and Antonio Banderas.
That was one of the first movies I think I ever walked out of in the theater.
Antonio Banderas. That's what I remember from that movie.
That movie is
Never heard of this
horrible.
movie.
Yeah, it's not a good movie. They spent a lot of money promoting it, and like it was going to be like this knockdown drag out between the two of them, and it ended up not being like that at all. Like they had their moments when they were against each other, but most of it was just trying to get them to fight, somebody else.
You remember it was Jason Statham War.
Jet
Oh
Li.
yeah. Who was the other one?
Jet Li.
Jet Li. You remember that?
The most
And they-
disappointing movie I ever watched.
I thought that was gonna be fire.
You
Jet
talk-
Li, Jason Statham. Finally go.
You talk about a
Trash.
misleading trailer,
The trailer had you thinking they was going to be battling.
Yeah.
and then the title and all that. Like, okay, because they had done 2 movies with each other prior to that.
Yeah,
They
the
did?
one.
Yeah, or no, it might have been just the
No,
one.
it was just the one.
It was the one, yeah.
Yeah.
So we was like, oh, they gonna get a rematch because they had both drifted off and did other things, and they came back, and it was like, okay, now we get to see these two go 1-on-1.
And then not only that, a lot of people didn't know Statham could throw hands on the screen like that because he wasn't punching on the screen. He was just running around saying 30 seconds.
and he died real quick in Ghost of Mars prior to that.
And I'm looking at the director, his filmography for other feature films,
Who's this?
the Up in Smoke tour.
Who's this?
And that was before the war. The war director, his name Philip
Atwell.
Philip Atwell.
He direct videos. That's all
Videos.
he
Yeah,
used to
music
do.
video
Yeah,
director.
music
Yeah, I
video.
He used to do a
remember.
lot of Drake videos.
I remember his name.
Yep. So he was the Up in Smoke tour
hmm
director, and then War was his only feature film movie.
Yeah, we understand
And
why.
then he said, I'm going back to these rap videos.
All in the videos.
So yeah,
That got to be a hard transition though.
what's that?
Like
Music
being
video?
a music video director
I don't think
to
so.
taking on a feature film.
Yeah, I remember, what's the name did Fast and Furious movie after Gary
Yeah.
Gray.
Well, he was already established though.
But he mostly did music videos. for a
Some directors get their start by starting in music videos. That's how they find an easier path to actually get their, some work under their name.
Zack Snyder was video.
A few people.
Yeah, that's how Snyder got put on. He was doing visual videos. I forgot what.
But it still seems like it would be hard though.
I don't
For
know.
me, it would be anyway. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe that's just my opinion.
So yeah, you think the movie coming out now? Flash.
We did go off on a tangent. I really forgot we was talking about the
I hope
Flash.
so. I hope it
I really
does.
forgot we were talking about the Flash.
Yeah, I think it's going to come out. It's going to be so much. But off subject, you know that I think when the Flash comes out, it's going to be like 30, 25, 20-something plus years since the original Batman came out. That was going to tie in with Keaton coming into this. So
Okay.
that's why I think they were treating it as like a big deal that he was coming back to
Well-
play. Now you get all this BS with Ezra and everything else going on. I'm off subject again. This
He's
is
already
deeper
off
than we always off subject.
He was already off subject.
There's another title we can possibly use, but y'all think it's more of a DC problem, masking the fact that they got bad films that they're going to put out, or are they just trying to put all the blame on Ezra?
No, I think the merger between the companies, Ezra Miller, and honestly, the San Diego Comic-Con, what Marvel presented versus what DC had to present, I think exposed the gap between the two. And I think Discovery or whoever is in charge, the guy Zaslav, whatever his name
The
is,
Axe of Zaslav.
he is recognizing this and saying we gotta, stop the bleeding now and get everything corrected as far as instead of letting shit linger on. And was it the Hamadaverse version? He saw that this ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't it. The reviews, the early reviews coming back is not it. And Marvel gonna kill us again for the next 10 years if we don't do something now.
I think, me personally, I think they got to get Marvel out of their head. That's what they got to do.
Just do their own damn thing.
And just make good movies. That's what they got to do. Because, like you said, the gap is too wide. So why even bother trying to keep up? Just make your own movies. It's separate money. It ain't like y'all in the same umbrella. It's not like, Kevin Feige is racing with the other guy, to bring in the most money. It ain't even happening like that. So they might as well just stop worrying about what Marvel's doing and do their own thing and get those filmmakers and writers that want to make those kind of movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think they also make sure they need that they have direction as well, a cohesive idea of what they want to put out, and
because they have the fan base. If anything they're doing with all this stuff is they're leaving money on the table.
yes. Again, this is something I've been thinking about. Like, where did we go wrong at, right? And is it because it's not Ezra Miller that he's just the final piece that may be
the straw that broke the camel's back.
he just may be the final piece that just everything had to change because of this. This is like we can't take no more. But this, I think the ship was going in the wrong direction way before this.
Now since we all here, y'all think it's a good thing or a bad thing that Zaslav is basically just saying, hell with all this, with everything that they had in development. I've still got a beef with him
Because it's not is not what his image is. It's not what he wants for the next 10 years going forward. He doesn't want a subpar Batgirl movie. He doesn't want a subpar Supergirl movie. He doesn't want the Wonder Twins. Yeah, they could come out eventually, but it's not nothing. What if it never connected? It was just standalone. Maybe 2 movies connected, maybe 3, but then we still get Joker. We still get Batman movies that don't connect. The direction isn't cohesive for DC at all. So I'm glad he came in and said, you know what, we got to put it into this, and we're going to go with this plan.
That was where I was ready to go next. So it's a good thing that Zaslav is basically
I would say
doing what everybody's saying what needed to be done. Just stop everything.
Well, I would say so.
I still got a beef with Zaslav about Young Justice, bro.
So that was the other news for DC. Young Justice is not going forward with the next season. And for you guys who've not watched Young Justice, when you watch Young Justice, you'll realize why Julian is upset as he is, because it's one of the best things that DC has going for them. And for them to not, this is the second time Young Justice got canned. And the first time it took, 10 years, however long, for it to come back. And people been asking for it since the day it got canceled originally, and then we finally get it back for another 2 seasons. Then it canceled again.
And it got better as it went along, man.
One of the best animated shows. I'll leave it at that. Anything else I missed in movies?
Like, what is it? What is the reasoning though? Like, why do you think?
I think it's just not
to get
fitting.
canceled?
And so part of this is also what makes money and what's not making money.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that they may think that Young Justice isn't the money maker. I'm curious to see what happens with Titans TV series as well.
Oh, they're supposedly canceling that and Doom Patrol.
I haven't heard officially yet, but I'm assuming they're in the same category. If it's not profitable or if it's not highly rated, and honestly, Young Justice is highly rated, but I'm assuming if it's not being profitable as well, it's on a chopping block.
Mm.
And the way how it ended, I mean, it left you on a type of a cliffhanger that was building for a bigger story that was getting ready to happen with Darkseid and the Furies and Mary Marvel, I think who was. If you watch the post-credit scene at the end.
Okay, now I might have missed that. I know the Darkseid.
Yeah, he was heavily getting ready to start getting his hands involved in everything. But I guess he had brought in Mary Marvel. Because you remember Mary Marvel had lost her mind when she was mad because the helmet with Fate or... It was earlier in the season, I think.
Why I'm not registering the name Mary Marvel?
Spoiler, people.
Oh, there's a heavy spoiler. Yeah, I have to probably talk off there on it. But yeah, it was getting heavy, and then they started bringing in. Well, Darkseid was pretty much the shadow villain, but it looked like he was really getting ready to start.
Yeah.
Going in, and they just canceled it, man. I was like,
so
you can kiss my ass.
I mean, we'll see what else happens. What else get canceled? I don't know if DC has any other events. I know they do that DC fandom thing. I don't know if they're going to do another one this year.
Why?
But I'm expecting that they're not. So, all right, let's move on to some sports stuff. UFC pay-per-view happened last night. I think the biggest event news that came from that, probably, I'm trying to think of a prior UFC event that was that shocking. Maybe Anderson Silva losing to what was that, Weidman? But off the leg.
Was gonna say
so.
This is up there
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is up there with Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Just
just
the way how it
what
played out.
What we're referring to is Leon Edwards comeback win, 1 minute left, 5th round against the prior champion now, Kamaru Usman. Looks like he had it sealed in the bag. You know, he probably just took a couple victory laps around the ring for the last minute.
It was an
to win
interesting
it.
fight, though.
He had rounds 2, 3, 4.
First round, he clearly lost.
He lost it, so it's 3-1. He looked like he was winning round 5. So I mean, 1 minute left, head kick,
He ate the whole foot.
KO. It was really shocking. it was, and I'm trying to think of a moment. 1 minute left, championship fight, 5th round.
Nothing.
Nah.
I think that's it. I'm sure there were, but not to this
nothing coming
magnitude.
for championship.
Yeah, the closest thing I can remember is Silva, Sonnen, part 1. Remember, Anderson got that submission at the end.
In the first fight.
And Sonnen
Yeah,
was
the first
winning.
one.
Yep.
That one had me.
But Silva was favored to win that, right?
I mean, yeah. It was
Yeah.
just shocking how
He's
at
favored to
the
win
end of the
every
fight, just we're going end of the fight.
Yeah, I figured it was just even more surprising that Anderson submitted him, and he's a pretty good wrestler, and he caught him.
And my man was losing.
No, I was asking you're only talking about championship fights as exciting moments.
No, I'm just saying in
I'm
general.
not saying, to me, You think that was more exciting than when Congo was about to get dropped and he got up off his knees and dropped the old boy?
That was
So
that
that was a great example of never giving up.
It was a great comeback.
Right. And a great comeback. However, that was just a regular.
We all know Usman's going to trash Evans.
He is. He
next
is.
time.
He is.
Yeah,
He got
you gotta
to.
get that get back.
But I don't think anybody's seen that happening, especially
didn't.
after the
I
first
didn't
four
see him
rounds.
get knocked out. Honestly,
I didn't. I mean, if we talk,
I don't even follow the UFC like how I used to.
yeah.
I still do.
But if we talking about most shocking ends to a fight in a championship fight, everybody know Khabib Nurmagomedov going over the top rope, getting out the cage with the flying kick into the crowd.
That was wonderful.
I forgot.
I didn't see that one coming.
I forgot all about
Neither
that.
did
Who was
that guy
at
in the
Hooters
first
that
round.
day?
Neither did the guy in the first
all about
round.
He was going for everybody that night.
That was crazy.
And it's weird because that was like probably like the biggest storyline in mixed martial arts history, and I literally forgot all about that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It then faded away on my memory.
That was post fight. I don't count that as fight. That's post fight.
Because what I thought was, way how I was looking at this was playing out, I thought Usman was going to win. And I was imagining that Usman was going to be probably waiting on a winner of, if Kazmat beats Nate, which I think is going to happen, he going to smash Diaz.
Well, his, I'm thinking about somebody different. Sorry. Yeah, that's probably.
So I'm thinking that's what the company was looking at. They were like, all right, we'll get him out there and he'll fight Nate. And I'm thinking they're probably like, he'll beat Nate. And then Leon Edwards they were just going to give Usman. This was basically like the Buster Douglas fight.
Right.
If you really look at it for MMA, they was setting him up in there with a guy who he can go out there with a little name. Maybe he'll get past one decision. It'll be a competitive fight for him. Now he's going to have this big showdown between Usman and Kazmat Jamayev. Now that ain't happening because
They're definitely getting
their
a
second
rematch.
time fight.
I mean,
Yeah, they're
too,
gonna get the three matches.
well, they're going to fight again. So now it looks like Kazmat's going to have to probably
gonna have to
sit.
wait.
The
he's gonna have
story
to sit and wait.
storyline's better now. That is, it's going to be a trilogy,
Yeah,
especially since he got knocked out.
Usman going to destroy him.
Yeah. Oh, he going to crush him.
He,
I don't
he
think
mad
he'll make
right
it.
now. He's
He
steaming
gonna
right now.
And the boy wasn't throwing. I remember I'm yelling like, "Yo, throw something! You only got a couple minutes left. It's fourth round."
It was funny. Even the announcers were
saying
saying
that
like,
he looked defeated.
they was
He
like-
wouldn't look at the coaches in the eye. He wouldn't do nothing. He was just
It's. I mean, give him his props. I mean, he
It
caught
was a
him. He
beautiful
caught him.
He survived and won.
He went straight Shawn Michaels on. He ate that kick, but I'm with y'all. If they rematch again, I don't think Usman gonna make that mistake and lower his head
no.
into the kick.
Another fight I felt somewhat interested in. What's the fight before that?
Paul Costello and
Luke Rocco.
Luke
that
Rockhold.
was a barn burner.
Luke Rockhold. But you know what? I'm applaud him for at least still standing up because he was killed over before the first round was done.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
Before the first round was done, he was killed over.
He went out on his shield though.
And
I gotta watch this.
the
I didn't see
ignorance,
that fight.
the ignorance of him, he went at the end. His nose got busted first round.
he
At the end, he on top of Paulo Costa. He just go.
he was wiping his blood on his face.
And when Paulo Costa get up, it's all over him. And you could hear him talking shit to him the whole time. Paulo Costa almost rear naked choked him. He's yelling, talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, you." And
he
then
went
some
out
of
on his
the
he was
shield.
ready.
yeah, some of the parts though, he would like get hit in the nose, and you saw him go like, bitch, and then punch him. And he connected, he rocked him a few. Rewatched that.
He must know.
Rewatched.
He knew. He knew he
It
was
was a
done
good
after that
fight.
anyway.
But Luke Rockhold had no cardio. It was the equivalent of me just jumping in there
Well, you
tomorrow.
gotta figure they were fighting at high altitude too, man.
Yeah, but you got to prepare yourself. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
done
Oh,
first.
he
was done first round.
Yeah, he was.
First round. But I commend him for standing.
You
You
can
know,
literally see the air coming out of him.
I don't know if his nose was broken and he had to breathe through the mouthpiece. That's what was like throwing them all. But it was an entertaining fight. But
I gotta run it back.
he didn't belong in there. It was,
Jose
Boxing.
Aldo one was a disappointment.
Jose
That
Aldo did not show up. I don't know if he thought he won.
I don't know who thought they won because they didn't even engage.
They wasn't doing nothing
They literally were just sitting there just
on
hugging
the
like
cage
this.
the entire time.
Were they friends prior or something?
I don't know what the hell they were.
You know, they don't like to swing on their friends every once in a blue moon when they in there.
I went to the bathroom like 3 or 4 times just on purpose. I'm like, hopefully this thing ended. It was still going on.
Boxing. Why am I forgetting the name? Anthony Joshua versus. Don't tell me how to say his last name. I can't.
The boy from the Ukraine.
Ukrainian, the champion now.
Mm-hmm.
That happened. What is it?
Alexander Usyk.
That too.
Look, we brothers. We can't pronounce all these Ukrainian names, man. So we just gonna call them.
Yeah.
Wolf from the Ukraine.
So he lost. Was it 2? What was the?
It was a split decision.
He lost the belt.
No.
He didn't lose the belt?
Nah, he retained his belts.
So why was he mad?
Joshua lost.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He was the one defending his title. The boy was, right?
Why was Joshua mad? He lost, right?
Joshua thought he won the fight, and he just he lost it at the end.
So the boy got 2 belts.
No, he
He
got
got
one.
4.
The Ukraine. How many he get from Joshua?
He didn't got none. He took him from the first fight.
Oh, this is a rematch.
Yeah, it's a rematch.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a rematch. See, I don't follow boxing. I gave up too.
He got
I don't
beat up
watch
the
Anthony
first
Joshua.
fight.
And he got beat up this fight.
So all I saw was him running around. He dropped the belts. He ran out the ring, came back to the ring. He grabbed the mic. He finally dapped up the boy, gave him his respects.
I mean, he had his anger vented at the wrong people.
To me, I gave up when I didn't see him fight Wilder. Like I was done with him then. I was like, okay, we ain't gonna never see this fight, so I gave up. I think the only time I ever saw Joshua fight is when he fought.
Klitschko?
Yep, I saw the Klitschko fight, and that was it.
Anthony Joshua disappointed me. He built like the Terminator. It's just
He's got a Calvin
chin.
Klein the model attitude when it comes to boxing. Man.
I just
I
I can't rock with him.
He's too arrogant.
I don't know if because he's British. I don't like him.
Nah,
Something
he's-
about it.
he's-
Shout out to the British people. Love y'all.
Yeah, we love the UK.
Was
But
it-
he
was
an
it-
arrogant ass, man. Let's just call it for what it is.
No, did they fight in the States or was he over there?
It's
in
Abu
the UK?
Dhabi.
Oh, they fought-
Yeah.
Okay, so he still won't fight in the United States still.
He got knocked out here.
What Ruiz? Not,
Ruiz.
Yeah, Ruiz.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
real feel good.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
That's a real feel good underdog story right there.
I've watched 2 of his fights now. I forgot about
man
that.
was on a
fight.
couch and knocked out the world champion. But I mean, my whole issue with Anthony Joshua is that he's just too arrogant. It's just how he comes across. He's smug with certain things. And then you had him ready to fight Wilder, and Wilder basically was like,
He knew he wasn't gonna fight Wilder.
no. He was getting out of that because he knew he was going. This wasn't going to be a boxing match. He's going to be in there with a
Yeah.
guy.
Slugfest.
He's going to be in there with a guy ready to fight.
So who would have won that
He'd have called
fight?
him the N word.
Black.
What he hitting? Izzy though? Izzy?
I think
Who
honestly,
wins though? Who wins that fight?
Wilder.
Wilder.
Even
Anthony
now.
Joshua has been
Even now, after all,
Wilder
you still
today.
take Wilder.
Yeah.
just because of the fact that he don't like the
After that chubby
It
boy
is.
knocked Wilder knocking his
Wilder hit
head off
harder
like
than
a-
him.
like the
Yeah,
what's
but
the
the thing with
little
Wilder
things from the
is-
'90s? The head used to go the Rock'em Sock'em
Oh.
robot. That's what he turned him into. He turned him into a Rock'em Sock'em.
Who'd you guys say?
I mean,
Nah,
Joshua.
the same thing with Wilder, though. If he don't knock you out first 2 rounds, it's going to be even fight.
I really think.
Punch yourself out.
I think this one. I mean, he'll put Joshua to sleep. I mean, he hits harder than Ruiz. The only thing that with Wilder is he's stuck in his own way.
I'm disappointed in him anyway.
He's a fighter that needs to learn how to box.
Let us down on Black History Month.
That's. I mean,
Talking about the stuff is too heavy.
Oh, the gear he wore out there. That was the worst.
Worse is
man, you
Man,
just
he
got
be like, yeah, I took the
Didn't he
L.
fire his whole camp like it was their fault too?
Yeah, I mean, you got your ass kicked.
He's like, you put that helmet on me.
I mean, he went now. Had he won that fight, it would have been no issue about what gear that he was wearing or if he
No.
was from Wakanda or whatever. Man, just admit the fact that you got in there with a guy who was too big and beat the shit out of
he
you.
figured him out.
That's what always make me appreciate Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah.
As I got older, I mean, like we all knew he had the knockout power. He could fight, but Mike Tyson doesn't get credit for he could box. Like Mike Tyson can box, and it's like when I look at Wilder, that's why I really look at it like, damn, like if you could box as well as fight, you of course been able to do a lot more. He'd been able to beat old boy
Tyson Fury.
And if you watched
Gypsy King,
some of the Tyson highlight, the knockouts and stuff, these boys he was fighting was always towering him.
Yeah.
Mike
He would
was
get
only
in
what?
close, and he would have to reach up that little up, and he used to have to come up like this. But he was knocking dudes like a foot taller than him at times.
I wonder if that's why Mike Tyson Punch Out was made the way it was. I love that game.
Mike was up like 5'11".
He was always the shorter one.
I think if Mike Tyson was fighting now, I think he would probably be killing dudes in his prime.
The prime Mike Tyson.
The prime Mike Tyson now, with some of these compared to some of the heavyweights out here now,
But
he'd be killing these.
He probably wouldn't fight as often now. Because once they see what he do to one person, ain't nobody else gonna want to fight him.
yeah, he was never the same after he went to jail. Fuck you, Robin Gibbons, if
Gus
you're watching.
They said, you could do that to me. At her age right now. Oh, no. Didn't she get big, right? She got big, right? Or am I thinking about the other actress?
I don't know.
Layla
You think
Rashawn.
about Pam Grier?
No,
Layla
I'm thinking
Rashawn.
Layla
Layla
Rashawn.
Rashawn.
Yeah. Let me
Layla
look
Rashawn.
at. Let me see if.
She's still married to Antoine Cufal, right?
Yeah, he looked at her one day and saw Nicole Murphy and was like, "Ooh, I got a decision to make."
Yeah. I'll domestic violence. I'll accept it. She can hit me.
Robin
You
Gibbons.
don't promote that here.
I'm drop kicking her. Oh, I'm not drop kicking her.
Yeah, come on, Jason. We don't promote violence on women here.
Man, we do not want to get canceled. But yeah, Layla Rashawn on there. I don't know
Yeah,
what
she got thicker.
happened. Ooh.
That's the epitome of.
Well, she got a.
She didn't want you in high school, but now she wants you after.
She
She
went
Her
from
husband's,
Pinky.
her husband's top 5 filmmakers. 10.
It don't matter.
Layla
So-
Rashawn went from Pinky to Big
She
Toe.
don't have to. She don't have to do anything. She just like, I can just be a housewife, act every so often. You know.
Who
I
is this
guess.
lady you talking about?
Yes.
Layla Rashawn, the one. What was the name?
Waiting
of
to
that
exhale.
movie?
The
Yeah.
one that my man he called was it You Raggedy Bitch?
Don't you throw that at me.
Did he hit her in the head?
raggedy.
She threw that orange or something at her.
Yeah, she puffed up.
You know what's crazy? She was in what's his name?
Good actress. though,
Knockoff with Van Damme.
Yeah, she was. She was. Damn, I ain't seen that movie in a minute.
Van Damme, Rob Schneider.
All right, back on track real quick.
Boxing.
We were done. Let's pass on the boxing. Never mind. I was gonna say something ignorant. I ain't gonna say it.
We already went down.
Let's move. Some other sports news. LeBron signed a 2-year extension with the Lakers. Corey's favorite team, by the look on his face. Bringing it up to like. Let me make sure. I know he's gonna get $535 total in his NBA career, which is the most ever. What age this would bring to? Y'all said to the 2024 season.
340.
So LeBron.
LeBron's what, 30?
It's really a 2-year deal. Then he gets an option for.
So he's 37. He'll be 38 December.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Damn. He's
got the same
getting up
birthday as
there.
Tyler.
I didn't know he was that old, though.
So
He's been in the league for 40 years.
You said 40.
Oh, he do got the Grady
yeah,
Sanford hairline, though.
he's close to breaking Magic's assist record. I heard too.
Is he?
He's
Yeah,
great with all-time
He's like
scoring.
93 away from.
yeah, he's like 90 some odd.
Oh, he's trying to catch Kareem.
I think
is it
Magic's
Kareem?
assist. Oh, he's also trying to
He
catch
only
Kareem.
1,500 behind Kareem.
Right.
Only
He has to play
1,500?
the whole season to break the record.
He only got average 16 points.
This,
Right.
Oh, so he can do it this season coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay. Well,
possible he could
that's
do
fitting to happen
However,
because people gonna watch him just so.
we
he can
also
do it.
got to make sure we rank him properly. That the amount of seasons and the amount of games played aren't the same. So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody knew that. I don't know where y'all rank him at on y'all list, but
Who, LeBron?
yeah, I'm not too easy on him.
He's top 10.
Ooh, that was worse than I thought you was gonna say.
You thought say top 5?
Yeah.
Nah.
I never heard somebody. When you say he's not top 5, then he's obviously not in your top 5.
But all that stuff is like personal preference stuff. Like, I don't, people are like, oh, but he did this, he did that.
All
I'm like, yeah, so what? I still am not putting him over
let's
whoever.
Let's just do it.
Oh.
All right. LeBron James to me. 6.
I want to hear them 5 you got ahead of.
Jordan.
Okay.
I think I still got Kobe ahead of him. Kobe's not number 2, but I think I still have Kobe ahead of him. I think that's why I'm pushing him out of 5. Kareem. I don't know if LeBron is necessarily better than Magic, Bird, or the only reason I won't put Russell in there. Russell won 11 out of 13 years. The only reason I ain't gonna put him up there is he didn't dominate like the other people did.
Yeah, he wasn't the reason.
Bill Russell didn't dominate Wilt Chamberlain. He's the only one that stopped Wilt Chamberlain back in that day.
See, the thing is,
The team.
I didn't see Bill Robinson
team.
play.
When he died, that was one of the things they said. They said he held the most dominant big man in check. Wilt Chamberlain out of his own mouth said he didn't like playing against him.
What I'm saying is LeBron hasn't hit that point for me. He's not. I don't know. I think I have Bill Russell above LeBron. So where you come at?
You said Bill Russell's above. You said something else before that.
No, I was saying that I don't know if I have Bill Russell number 3. Or I don't have. Sorry, after Wilt, I don't have him. I'm sorry, Kareem. I don't have Bill Russell after Kareem. I think I have Magic and Bird before I got Bill Russell.
Magic and Bird over Bill Russell.
And I think Magic career obviously got cut short, but I don't know if
Sitting out there fucking bitching.
Allegedly.
But then I also got I got Kobe, I got Wilt. I got Kobe, Kareem, Jordan, Magic, Bird, Bill Russell, Wilt, Shaq, all in my top 10. I don't know who's where. LeBron's in there, but I don't know if he's in my top 5 yet.
So you got Bird over Shaq in your top 5.
Yeah, I think I'm giving Shaq. Shaq had the most dominant couple of seasons.
And wait a minute. So now I got another.
Yeah, look, Shaq was nothing but.
You didn't name Steph Curry in your top 10?
Huh?
You didn't name Steph Curry in your top 10?
Steph Curry win one more, he's in my top 10. I'm gonna have him. If Steph Curry ends up with more rings than LeBron, I might have him ranked higher than LeBron. Because the same reason LeBron got rings is the same reason Steph Curry got 2 additional rings. So if he does one more without KD and LeBron doesn't get another one, it's going to be hard for me to justify having him not higher than LeBron.
Well, okay.
Got a point.
Yeah. All right.
It's all subject. Shaq was a terror on the court.
And he's obviously in my top 10.
The most dominant big man.
Most dominant. He's in my top 10.
It's a picture online where he dunked on the entire
5 people, right?
Next team, man. Nothing could stop that.
He's one of those guys that reinvented the sport. You know, him and Steph Curry, like they made things different.
Well, I think Steph Curry's different, and the only reason I think Steph Curry's different is because of the natural. So, what makes Shaq unique, what makes LeBron unique, is their physicality. Their God-gifted, man-made, God-gifted body allowed them to be as great as they are. Giannis, I don't know what they are without that size. With Steph Curry, I know what he is at his size, and everybody else, same thing with Allen Iverson. Kobe said it. Everybody should be glad Allen Iverson wasn't 6'4", 6'7". If he was between 6'4" and 6'7", it'd have been a different story.
Yeah, it was almost a different story with him.
Right.
Where he is now.
Barely 6 foot.
Iverson's my guy. I'm going to be biased.
And so
that man was a warrior.
Steph Curry at his size and the impact he put on today's basketball for the past 7 years maybe, and going forward,
And Shaq was an athletic dude for his size, though.
Yeah.
Younger folks really need to appreciate. Look how Google this man when he was in his prime. He was jumping all over the place. He couldn't shoot threes, but
Who's the greatest Laker? Kobe?
What?
Greatest Laker.
Kobe, right?
Magic Johnson?
I would say Magic.
Oh.
If you only could pick one,
If you only pick, who's your greatest Laker?
I might have. It's gotta be between Magic and Kobe for me. But then
So
I feel
that means Magic is ranked higher than Kobe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who saved the Lakers, man? The Lakers was
See what I'm getting? See what I'm getting? See what I'm getting? See what I'm getting at?
The Lakers was trash before.
Who's the greatest Laker center
Who's the greatest Lakers center?
Killing him.
Shaq.
before Kareem?
Shaq. Period. We just saying that now. It's Shaq. Period.
Well, unless Bruce Lee is coming out to kick another set of ass, it's
Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Hands down.
All right. Well, Shaq is in my top 10. I have Shaq in my top 10.
Shaq is like, he's definitely like 5 in mine. In my top 10, he's number 5.
Okay. I get it.
Just because of how raw and how powerful.
So y'all made me go on. See, look, goddamn it. The point of this whole story was where you got LeBron, Corey.
The show got
Where you got LeBron?
Off on a tangent.
Off on the 10. Where I have him?
Yeah.
What, in my top 10? He be like number 2.
Behind.
He Jordan number 1.
All right.
I don't argue with that.
Okay. So who the?
MJ.
Jordan.
MJ's
So all right. All right. Brian.
I see a top 10.
No, just who? Where do you got LeBron? See,
Oh,
y'all made me go. I didn't mean to go off on that damn tangent. It was Corey asking me the question.
I said he's 10. He's 10. He's 10th.
Julian.
11.
God damn. Damn.
He's 10th.
I said he in my top 10, but he ain't that. He
See, now part of me want to ask Jules what the hell is his top 10 and said you're going to have him 11.
I just look at how he operates. That's why. I'm holding that on him. If stuff is getting tough, he's quick to bail out on the situation. So.
You mean Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
he said yeah.
But when it comes to these lists and stuff like that, it's all about personal preference.
Yeah,
it is.
It's not about who did what on the court, and it's all on how this person was and how they affected you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and that's why anytime anybody has a conversation, I'm only worried about what you say for that number 1. Oh, Mike. All right. What you want to pick for the rest of the way out?
And honestly, it's hard to grade the bigs versus the guards,
Yeah,
and that's where I'm like,
weird. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, kind of fighting between who should be ranked higher and who versus who should be ranked lower, because
Shaq should be number 1 regardless of any of your list.
Shaq is.
As far as centers go,
Yeah. There's nobody stopping Shaq either generation, man. Best big man.
The only one that gave him the business ever was Akeem.
Yeah.
But and then even with Akeem,
Hit him a lateral movement.
Hakeem didn't have enough longevity
That's right.
on top as the top alpha center at that
Yeah,
time.
he
Like
had
he had that season though,
Yeah.
where he killed it, but it was they did the back to backs.
yeah, that team literally disappeared that second championship.
Yeah,
like they were.
Cause remember,
old.
could they remember Barkley jumped on, thought he was gonna get a championship.
And tore his quad.
Michael said, "Hold up, Chuck, you think you get one?"
Hold on, wait a minute. He said, "I'll let y'all have y'all fun. Now I'm back."
He said, "Chuck, oh, you thought you was gonna get one? Okay."
Man, while we're off on a tangent, I'm mad as hell to this day about this. I had tickets for Michael Jordan's last game at Philadelphia. And I ended up, because I didn't think it was going to be nothing, I sold them bitches to something.
You didn't go to see Michael Jordan play
Well,
his last
at the
game?
time, I didn't know. So it was just a normal Wizards game and everything. So
Any chance I would have had to watch Michael Jordan play?
And to this day, I'm kicking myself. I should have been there.
The people that got a treat though was when Mike was the last game was in L.A. against Kobe. That was a game. I watched that highlight every once in a blue moon when I want to, see Kobe do his thing. That was a good. He was like, "Yo, you were coming here to win."
Is LeBron better than Kobe?
Oh man,
I have Kobe ahead of LeBron.
Yeah, so do I.
Yep.
Just off competitive nature alone.
Yeah, LeBron got to get another ring for me to consider him top.
I can't even
3.
I can't even say the rings to do it for me.
He has to get at least one more ring for me to consider him in the top 3. I think Kobe's ahead of him because he got 5 rings.
I'm thinking I'm
and 2
ditching.
without Shaq.
I'm gonna ditch the championship ring, part of it. I just just the person they are on the court and what they do. I'm gonna pick Kobe every time.
Killer instinct.
Yeah. He the only one that past Mike that get the ball and be like, everybody get out the way. I ain't passing none of y'all the ball. And I was listening to some dude talk about Kobe today on YouTube, and he was talking about how Kobe would be like, all right, these guys, they're not coming in here and they're not working as hard as me in practice and all that. He says, so when it's game time, when they want to show off, I ain't passing them the ball. Like, that's different. You're a whole different guy when you like, I ain't passing them the ball. I don't care. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I got him ranked high as well. Anything else I missed from sports this week? Anything football related happening?
PGA is here in Delaware.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're down there. They've been all on TV. They're down there, like in the valley, like when you're going from 141, you cut in the valley to go down the back way to 202. I've seen for months because I go through there a lot. They've been having trucks out there. I thought they were just building something.
Can you just go attend that and stand?
I think there was tickets and stuff. I
In the
think
crowd?
there was tickets out
Buy
there.
I think so.
My one boy, Tahami, he said they were giving him out of this job. And another one of my friends, they had some at their job. The people wasn't trying. Some people didn't want to go.
I don't want to go to a sporting event where I got to be quiet.
I don't.
It's a big deal though. Right? Like there's a lot of revenue.
I'll
It's
be-
PGA.
I would be one
I
of them
may
dudes.
at some point in my life transition into golf and think it's entertaining, but it's hard for me to.
Yeah, I can't. If I want to take a nap, I put it on.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's hard for me to stay in tune with that airplane.
Yo, real quick.
To the next
Y'all
one.
see Tiger Woods going to hacks?
I don't. Wait a minute, hold up. Talking about off a tangent. I don't see how they say that sport is like a stress relief. Because if I can't hit that ball, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna get mad if I can't hit the ball.
And it's addicting too. Like people that do play
They
golf,
do it, and they
do
into it.
Cause I walk after work at Del Castle Park almost every day. Yo, they're out there like unless it's like torrential downpours, they out like sometimes it's thunder, lightning. They still out there on that course. As long as it ain't pouring down rain, they out there playing. And of course not wintertime, but they be out there heavily. Like that course across the street always got people over there.
Yeah. This Kingpin versus Shang-Chi.
Oh, he giving it to him.
I do want to learn how to play golf one day though. I want to at least try.
Yeah, I think at some point in your life I played basketball a good portion, but a lot of people who I played basketball with throughout the years, and they're like, mid 30s and their 40s now, a lot of them transition to golf. They love it. You got to get that equipment though. You
It's
gotta
still,
get the right.
I think it's because it's still a sport. They feel like they competing still.
It may be.
Not against anybody, but with themselves.
My barber, he tried golf. He didn't like it. He said he didn't like it, and then he said he was mad because he had bought all the clubs and all the equipment. And he's a lefty too.
I'm
so
lefty.
See, he said, "Man, I had to buy all this lefty."
You got to
stuff."
get it. You got to get it tailored towards you.
Yeah. So he was mad.
I went to Top Golf once, and I was knocking that shit out like a hockey ball. I like a hockey puck. I slap shit like I was swinging, almost like a baseball bat. Trying to get that shit was not working either. Oh man, one of the balls went straight left, and luckily there's like this little box thing that come out the ground in between the different things because that shit would have knocked the lady next door to me head off and it hit that box.
I went one time and I had the stick and I swung it and the whole stick flipped out of my hand. It was like a frisbee.
Look, the fact that Jules called it a stick, that's already a problem. Well, golf. He said, "You got some of those sticks." He's like, "Excuse me, sir. You need golf clubs."
Hey, can we get you?
See, I don't play golf. I just play miniature putt. As far as I'm going.
Yeah, I'll be a miniature golf legend.
All right, let's move on. We got some wrestling news. Well, yeah, some wrestling stuff happened this past week. Yeah, I could talk to the WWE stuff more than I can. I didn't watch anything WWE related, but in AEW, CM Punk came back out, did his bit with John Moxley, and he
Chose
was
violence.
he was digging in his ass. No homo.
Yeah.
It was a good little. Moxley had like one good comeback, but I think for the most part, CM Punk
Came in there with the clip.
tearing him a new asshole. But kind of bigger news, they had the return of Kenny Omega and that was the first time we seen him in like a year. It's been over.
Almost.
I think he was saying like
November.
Almost a year, right?
November when you dropped that title.
I didn't even realize it had been that long.
Yeah, it was.
Not until y'all
It felt
started talking
longer for
about it,
some
I was
reason.
like, whoa, crap.
It felt longer for some reason, but yeah, good week on AEW. Anything WWE related? Well, before we get to that, any thoughts on AEW?
That match, for it to be that match, for Kenny Omega to make his return in, talk about a tune-up match. I was scared.
No warming up in the bullpen.
And then even certain parts you could see he's not back 100% and all that. But then even with wrestling, you suspending, what's kayfabe, what's really going on. I was kind of scared for him a couple times. I was like, ooh, I hope he ain't really tear something up. And then,
Well,
he still looked good, though. Like I said, he looked great for somebody that's been out of the ring and all the stuff he's gone through with all those injuries. It was some of those spots, man. I was like, whew. Like the one where he went, what's his name, went through the ropes and he was up on the side. I thought they both died.
he killed that kid in the audience.
That spot.
I was like, oh.
Come on, looking at it, I say, I know he ain't about to do it. He ain't about to. I was scared a couple
You can
times.
tell his
match.
timing was really off, though. When even that one little simple thing he did, he slipped and he was just like.
But after that long, he was out though. You gotta expect that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he probably been able to get any kind of physicality. Besides just like working out and not taking no bumps or anything.
Right.
Has anybody taken a bump before?
What do you mean?
Like a wrestling bump? Like
That one
on,
time.
on
You
anything
asking
like
personally?
anything plywood. Well, I know you did judo,
Yeah.
so it's, it's
Yeah,
similar.
my back hurt till this day. I could literally pop my back if I turn to the right like this. But that's one thing I said on my bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
Within the next year, and I found two. I think you might have told me about one of y'all might have told me about one around here, but I found one in Maryland. They do like wrestling schools.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing. I just want to take one wrestling class. I want to get just regular suplex slam, and I want to jump off the top rope. I don't know how yet. I don't
do a frog splash.
I might be too scared to do a frog splash. I might do the elbow drop. I don't know yet.
I'd be more scared to do that.
I don't know. I'm in my head. I'm debating
or something.
It's something about this. And
I got a frog splash story.
Oh, no.
No,
Here we
this
go.
is regular. I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club over in Newark on 40, and then we had some sort of obstacle course. Like we had like a ladder, and it was almost like a diving board, but it wasn't. Like, it was pretty much like a diving board. So you walk up the ladder, and what you were supposed to do, it had one of those big, like, soft mat cubes, like the big, huge ones. Like, you go to a little play park or wherever, Chuck E. Cheese type thing, and you're supposed to just jump on it. It sinks down. You're all right.
It's already sounding bad.
Here I am, the counselor, the one in charge of the kids. I'm like, you guys watch this. I'm going to do a 5-star frog splash. Watching too much Eddie Guerrero.
He was like,
Too much Rob, and I'm pretty sure I did the Rob Van Dam. I definitely did the Rob Van Dam. I did it. When I tell you how much that shit hurts, I personally feel like the form was great. I felt the form. I hit the whole, and then it was nothing to land on and catch, but my stomach hit the. Yeah. I thought I was about to die. I was about to tell the kids call 911. That's it.
And I think even if there is somebody underneath you, I think it's still gonna hurt.
yeah.
Well, if you ever watch them land and come on, you can tell
everybody always going like this when they. And so that's why I was like, I ain't gonna
gravity is not.
and I'm not going to do the leg drop either because I ain't trying to land on my tailbone like that.
Oh yeah.
But I think I could do an elbow drop. I think I could get an elbow drop.
Macho Man.
I want to get suplex. I want to get. There was a video of this fat dude doing leg drops on like these women trainees.
Mm-hmm.
Every woman had to take a leg drop. It didn't look that bad. I think I could take that. And I want to jump off the roof. Those are my three main things I want to do before I die.
I've done a couple of leg drops in my. Oh, never mind.
I think I would be scared. I think I would want to do something where I could land, flat. I don't want to do that 'cause I'm scared I'm gonna separate my shoulder or something.
I'd rather.
Or like break my hip or something.
No, I'm good. I didn't land on my back enough in my life.
Russian sickle.
Nope. I'm done with it. I'm good.
I'm gonna do it. But then the next year, I'm gonna bring the camera with me and everything, so I have everybody see it and pull it up. Anything WWE related?
It's just the same. I mean, they showing some improvement.
Yeah, they trending in the right direction.
Nothing big. I heard Roman might be coming up off his at least one of his belts. How many belts he got?
Got two.
Two, yeah. I heard he might be coming up off one of his belts in the near future.
I think that was a bad idea from the jump.
Yep.
Putting both on him and Usos, it wasn't necessary. But I guess they figured they had to do something drastic because everybody kept talking about AEW.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else I'm forgetting for this week?
I think that's it.
What's coming up? Like what's coming up next?
What are you guys gonna watch? Is there anything planning to watch? Anything you looking forward to? I know that Invitation movie coming out.
Oh
Yeah.
I
this
still gotta
week.
see those 2 episodes of Sandman. I haven't watched them yet.
It was one. It's one episode. It's just 2 stories in one episode.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So it's just playing for the 1 hour.
Did anybody watch Day Shift?
I did. I watched it this weekend.
Yeah, I watched it earlier today. I thought it was funny.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It kind of tapered off at the end for me, but everything it was pretty. It was decent. It was a good movie.
They didn't reinvent the wheel. But Snoop was shining.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg in every movie. It's just this was Snoop Dogg with Killing a Vampire.
A cowboy hat on.
The guy, the director, the writer, is from New Jersey.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess you put me onto this where I started looking at writers and stuff. He entered that story in a contest back in like 2017, and
Blacklist.
I have to look
One
it
of
up.
them.
I have to look it up. And got like $1,000 for it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
And then
wow.
You should see my film Freeway pending list.
yeah, he won.
They paid him
Some-
on his Cash App.
Yeah, they gave him the cash. I ain't even have to.
But if he won $1,000, that means he got like the professional table read. Probably had all the execs looking
I'm
at his script
assuming
and all
he
that.
got
That's probably
compensated later
Oh,
on
yeah, without a doubt.
when they decided to make it into a movie. But from winning that contest, it was just I was like, damn.
That's what everyone says. If it's not on the blacklist, if you don't get points on the blacklist, then they say Hollywood's not watching. They're not looking.
And he was like, yeah, this didn't work out. I was about to go back to school, but everything worked out for him. But
Man, that's good. And J.J. Perry, the director, that's his first time doing it.
I'm about to
He's
start
a stunt
writing
man.
now.
Yeah, you should.
I'm about. Well,
Do
see, my
something.
thing is, I don't like the nuisance of writing conversations. I just like the ideas in my head, and I like to write the main points down, and then
Outline it and send it to me. I'll do the rest.
because I don't like the nuance of
said
like
the
conversations.
dialogue,
I will do the
Yeah,
rest.
just the little like stupid parts. So, he walked through the door, turned right. What are you doing here?
You wouldn't know. Like,
I don't like.
That's not what you would write. I mean, well, if that's what you want to write, you would.
Tavon want to make silent films. That's what he want. He's like,
But even with
like,
that,
yo,
you
I'm
still
bringing-
got to write.
he's like, I'm bringing back the silent
You
film.
still got to write. You
He's
still
gonna be the light skinned Charlie
Look,
Chaplin.
when we do our thing, and now I'm gonna show you how it's be structured with
I'm
the dialogue.
bringing back the old school gray and white silent film pornos.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know that's where it was going, but hey.
For what?
Oh Lord, this is really great off tangent.
I think there's a niche market for it, and it's not being filled. And it'd
Yo,
be no words.
you know what would be
It'd be
fun?
like dun, 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 dun.
Where did this come from?
You know who would be funny in one of them things? Wesley Pipes. Could you see his facial hair?
He talked too damn much, man. I can't
Yo, that is like the funniest dude.
talk too damn much.
I literally stopped tape.
I started
just-
skipping over his scenes, man. He talked too much.
Man,
He's saying
I
dumb.
have-
He's saying dumb shit. I'm trying to be into the scene. I'm like, this motherfucker here.
I'm sorry.
We're revealing too much about
I
ourselves.
know. That's why I'm trying to let you go ahead and talk.
All right. Look, in this episode. All right.
Got parental guidance on this one.
He be
Where
like
at?
right there.
An hour 10. I didn't think we were gonna make an hour, but we got an hour 10. All right. So yeah, that's it for this week's episode. Episode 8.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's episode 8. But Tavon, Tri-State Tip on IG.
Tiger Helly 19 IG Snapchat.
Julian Smith on Facebook.
Yep. Brian Smith on Facebook, YouTube.
And I don't want y'all following, so I got nothing.
He's
We gonna
around.
get you. We gonna get you one day, man. Never. You know what it is. You know why Dragon Ball Z.
That's gonna be his avatar.
Watch.
Gohan.
We're gonna make you watch some Dragon Ball Z fights next week. Yeah, this is Corey. You can find me at
I'm
TikTok. I'm dancing.
Gonna power up.
Yo, I'm going to tag Corey in like every Dragon Ball picture that I can find right now.
Yeah, do that.
Next week.
Do that.
Just for the hell of it.
But, all right, we're gonna call that a wrap for this episode. Till next week. Later.
Later.
Peace.